Self-esteem. If you don't have it, it can be one of the most devastating things in your life. If you have it, it makes everything easier, and it will probably get you to be very successful in your life. So in this video, I want to explain to you exactly how you can reliably improve your self-esteem, even if your self-esteem has gone lower and lower over the last few years due to whatever external circumstances, or if you've never felt you had very high self-esteem, you can develop it, and we'll get into that in this video. Number one though, what is self-esteem? Self-esteem basically is how you feel about yourself, how much you respect yourself, how you see yourself in relation to other people. And if you see yourself in a poor light, in other words, if you look down on yourself, if you have low self-esteem, it colors everything in your life without you even noticing it. It has an impact on the decisions you're making. It has an impact on whether you are open to other people or not. Many people with low self-esteem tend to self-isolate because you start to feel like, maybe you don't deserve to be around people, or people would reject you. Many people with low self-esteem also have low confidence. They don't go for what they want because they expect themselves to fail. It can affect all aspects of your life without you being consciously aware of it even. Now, on the other hand, if you have high self-esteem, things tend to be easy. Like you have high confidence as well. You tend to go for what you want. You tend to want to be with people. You tend to reach out to people because you expect things to work out. You also tend to have positive expectations of life in general. When you have high self-esteem and you feel good about yourself, yes, things are a lot easier and you tend to be a lot more successful. So having high self-esteem is very desirable, and having low self-esteem is pretty detrimental to you having a great life. But where does it come from? Now, a lot of people will say low self-esteem comes from childhood trauma. Obviously, if you've had a really tough upbringing with a lot of people giving you very negative messages, now some people come out of that with low self-esteem. Others, however, also go the opposite way. But outside influences can have a huge effect on our sense of who we are. If you fail at something, of course, it's going to feel like, it's going to hit your self-esteem for a while because you're like, oh, I failed at this, or I didn't do this right. If you have some bad things happening to you, even physical problems, if you feel like you are too fat or too thin or too short or whatever, and people tease you about it, yes, all of that can make you feel like you have low self-esteem. But there is another massive factor that determines how much self-esteem you have, whether it's low or whether it's high. And it has nothing to do with other people, but it has everything to do with you. And that is what you do and what you say, and how you do and say the things you do regularly. So this is completely under your influence. So we're not saying none of these other influences have an effect on you, but what I'm saying is the area that you can control, which also has a huge effect on your self-esteem, is what you do and what you say, and even how you do and say these things. So there's a very simple formula that I want you to think about, and it's the following. Only do what makes you proud, and only say what makes you proud. If you drink 5 cans of Coke every day, but you know deep inside that 5 cans of Coke puts a lot of sugar into you, probably gives you heart palpitations, gives you early diabetes, and probably shortens your lifespan, all for that short sugar rush, then you're giving yourself lower self-esteem, basically, because you know that you're doing something that is actually not what a high self-esteem person that values their body, their life, and their health would do. If you obsessively play some game on the Xbox or PlayStation 4 or whatever it is, instead of doing that productive thing that you wanted to do, then you are lowering your self-esteem through your own actions. Nobody else has anything to do with it. You're doing these things that are consistent with a lower self-esteem person, and you know it. And this will be individually different for each person, right? Because it's about what you think. What do you believe is something that you are proud of and what are you not proud of. So these might be things that you're not proud of. And, these examples might not apply to you, but think about what are some of the things that you're doing that you actually don't really feel proud of. It could also be like being mean to people or saying nasty things or having nasty thoughts even. That's how you give yourself low self-esteem. The great thing is you can turn this around by consistently taking actions that you are proud of, and by consistently doing things and saying things that you're proud of, you can gradually build your self-esteem up again. Now, what kind of things would you do if you wanted to be proud of yourself? Now, for me, for example, I have a real value about being kind to people. So when I'm not kind to somebody, or I'm having even just unkind thoughts, I'm lowering my self-esteem, and I know that. So if I'm really focusing on being kind to people and trying to have a positive impact on the world, then I'm personally increasing my self-esteem. I'm proud of myself when I've done a day when I've just been really kind to people. I, improve my self-esteem when I eat the right food during the day and I don't give into sugar cravings or stuff like that. I know that if I finish 6 hours of work in a day, I'm usually proud of myself because I find that quite long. Call me lazy. But I know that that's something I would like to do. So there are certain habits I've set myself that when I do them, I feel good about myself and they build self-esteem. You can do the same. Literally just do this. Focus on doing things that make you proud and avoid doing things or saying things that don't make you proud. Often, actually, just avoiding doing things that don't make you proud or saying things that don't make you proud is a huge difference maker for people when they start doing this. Yeah. Now, how do you know, or how can you get started with this and know what makes you proud and what doesn't make you proud? Well, very simple. You take a piece of paper, I don't know, something like this, and you make a line in the middle, and you write on the left side, you write stuff that makes me proud. On the right side, you write stuff that doesn't make me proud. And then you write down what you do, typical things you do in a week that either make you proud or stuff that doesn't make you proud. Now, maybe drinking four pints of beer on a Friday night. Maybe that's nothing to you, that feels normal and that's fine. But if you secretly think, yeah, I don't actually want to do that, I just do it because I get sucked into it, but I don't feel good about it afterwards, then write that on the right side. And the stuff that makes you feel proud, I don't know, flossing your teeth in the morning, I don't know what it is for you, then write that down on the left side. And then, of course, just you have it in front of you, keep that list at the top of your mind and look at some things that you can eradicate from your life that don't make you proud, and look at some things that you can do more often that do make you proud. And boom, your self-esteem grows. Making that list is the first step, and then really just in small or big ways, focusing on the stuff that makes you proud and not focusing on the stuff that doesn't make you proud, or not doing the stuff that doesn't make you proud anymore. Hope you found this video useful. If you have, let me know in the comments. Let me know as well by giving me a thumbs up. And let me know any questions that you have about this or other topics related to, becoming a better person, getting more confident, having more impact in life, and just overall getting more out of life. I'll see you soon.